How are you doing today?
Great.
It's a red light over there, so. I would like to name my speech personality calling. As we by now well aware that everyone of us has some kind of personality, and some personalities are like mine are good for work, are not in a non-profit organization, taking care of others. It's who I am by my main personality, my strongest point of this. And for the last 18 years, I was closely involved with Ukrainian community here, and was doing a lot of cultural events, especially when Independence Day, when tension in the Crimea and Russia and all this kind of stuff. I was deeply involved in all this kind of thing. And we've been having this what we need to do, and we're doing that. It's kind of good. It's fulfill us. It's what we do with our own time, outside of family, outside of work, and we feel good about this because it's who we are, what we would like to do. There's one limit to wherever we're doing. The moment we stuck into some kind of activity, we kind of go to the same pattern, and we kind of feed one side of your personality and neglect another ones. And one example from that physical example I want to give to you what might happen. It was Michelangelo, I think, who was painting, Sixtine Chapel, and chapel was one of those areas was sphere shape, and he was doing that in painting the thing. He was so involved in that work that eventually, after he did it, he actually twist his neck, and it's the rest of the world, the rest of the life he was living with twisted neck. When do you see a danger of how you stick into one personality line and doing this? It can give you a physical appearance difference, And by recently, I was kind of losing interest into what I was doing in my Ukrainian community, and people kind of feel it. 18 years we cannot do productive in the same term. Our presidents have only 2 terms for 8 years. It's about how people can be effective with what they're doing at work. And for last weekend, I give up my position in that non-profit organization, and I have a mutual feeling about this. I know I need to give up on this because it's 18 years is way too much. But my other side was stuck to that idea. And the reason why I'm making this speech, I want to kind of release my anxiety about this, because I was doing what I like. But I also like that other people try to do the same work what I was doing, And it's this, I would say, carousel, when you have one side or another is fighting with you. My brain know what I did the right decision, not to continue be one of the leaders of that community. But my feelings are still there up to this moment, and probably gonna be there for forever. And hopefully it will calm down with me. It's remind me how my mother was a teacher for 4 years in school, and she said when finally she gave up and went to retirement, she said, "I have a dream about school for another 4 to 5 years. Hopefully my healing process will be shorter." But it's still a couple of nights I kind of waking up and kind of have this kind of thought about this. And by talking to you guys, I will let calm myself and will expose my side of personality, and you definitely can have something similar in yours. You might be connected to gardening, you might be connected to climb mountain, you might be connected to tennis, you might be connected to running marathons, where and somewhere in your life you should kind of think, am I want to be walkable in 90? Because wearing marathon is actually work on your joints and some other things. So it's always balance where we're supposed to find as a human being, where we want to continue to do what we do, and have neck bended as Michelangelo did, or we want to kind of make some posts on this, or do some discover some other part of your personality. And I'm glad they have all this GW training to understand complexity of human being in general, or to understand who I am. I want to thank this club that they can stand up and speak up what bothers me as a human being. And it's beauty of this country that we live to our strengths and we develop them, and we understand who we are. And I think it's interesting stories that all of us might be related to one way or another. And for that I want to conclude my story, and thank you very much for your attention.